What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? On our first stream, making the switch from YouTube to Twitch. Um, we are continuing our Year 2 NHL 20 Seattle Sockeye expansion franchise. Just give me a second to finish setting everything up. Yo, Avery, what's going on, buddy? How are you, man? Thanks for coming in. So, to start off, I was doing some thinking off stream. We're going to make 2 trades. One massive one and one pretty big but not overly exciting to say realistically. But we're going to be trading our big guy Taylor Hall. See if I can. I believe I wanted to go with New Jersey when I did some tests. And yes. Yes, it is exciting, Avery. Straight up, I'm pretty sure when I tested this that this trade will go through. Taylor Hall, our captain, 89 overall, elite potential exact. He is 29 for Lucas Raymond, 77 overall, medium elite. He was drafted in this year's draft, 17th overall. I believe I'm just going to try something. I might see if we can get a draft pick as well, but I highly doubt it. But let's just see. Yeah. Okay. But straight up, Taylor Hall. Oh. They're okay. Okay. Well, you can work with this. How about we give you a third New Jersey? And there it is. Lucas Raymond has joined the Seattle Sockeye, but he will probably start the season in Portland. Avery, why the face? But that means we can move Dennis Gurianov to our top line. Ryan Dzingel moves up a line. And we can put in Pontus Aberg. Ooh. Okay, actually, we'll do that. Keep that third line together. Oh, yeah. It worked earlier, but sometimes this game is a little finicky with that kind of stuff, so I'm not too overly concerned with that. And then we will put where's Duclair? We'll do that. So you edit the lines real quick, and then we have one more trade to make. Not as big, but involves more pieces, if that makes sense. And then we'll add Duclair there. And then we will go to the New York Islanders. You're darn tootin', Avery, we have the Anthonys on the second line. So, this trade, we're getting Ryan Pulock and Bode Wild. And we're giving up one of our top 3 defensemen, but we're getting another right-handed defenseman back and a young prospect. So we give up TJ Brody. And that is accepted. So there we go. We've made our 2 trades. Just quick go to the roster moves and make sure everything's good. And we will quickly edit the lines and get into the home opener for year number 2. So we do that, and then Ryan Pulak will go there. Actually, I'll do that, and then swap them. So everybody on that line is getting a +1. And real quickly, I just want to put in Lucas Raymond. There he is. A very nice pickup for us. And I will put him on that second line. Avery, how does everything sound on your end? And there we go. And now, the home opener. That would be quite an interesting boost, to say the least, Avery. I mean, that goes above and beyond chemistry that's actually in the game. Like, oh, your name's Anthony? Your name's Anthony. And your name's Anthony? Best line in the world. Am I right? But here we go. Home opener. We're gonna go with the alternate jerseys as we host the Dallas Stars to begin year number 2. Here we go. Key Arena, downtown Seattle, home opener in year number 2. Goaltending matchup, Ben Bishop, the veteran for the Dallas Stars, versus the young gun, future legend, Tristan Jarry. We're already calling him a legend, because he's going to carry this team to a Stanley Cup until Yaroslav Askarov gets here. Steve! My guy, how are you, man? Thank you for stopping in. Sammy Blais, quick start. Perfect timing. Start of year number 2. Seattle Sockeye versus the Dallas Stars. So Dennis Gariano facing his former team. As Tyson Barrie lets Wood go from the point. And it's 1-0 Seattle. What a start. You did, Feeve, and thank you very much. Feeve, it's not made yet. I have to adjust some things and figure out some technical stuff in the back end. But that will be there, and we will have a goal horn soon, hopefully. But Avery, a completely different start than what we had last season, if you remember. As we gave up the first goal a minute in. Tyson Barrie checked as Sagan breaks, but he'll turn it over to Sammy Blais. Okay, Avery, you will be our surrogate Nightbot. I like that. Turned over. Jamie Benn. Good stop by Jarry. Good poke out to the point. Daniel Sprong is going to take it away, and back the other way he goes. Circles, fired wide, but still has it. No, Radulov will take it away. Yes, the exact opposite. Much better start in year number 2 at home. Exactly what we wanted to see, and here is the Anthony line of Anthony Cirelli, Anthony Duclair, and Anthony Beauvillier. Sorelli to Barry. Hayden Fleury across to Duclair. Stolen by Martinez. Feeve, how are you doing, man? Reese, my guy, how are you? Oh, no. And Dallas responds. Alexander Radulov ties it at 1. Still plenty of time to go in this game, though, so no need to worry. How are you, Reese? Here comes Dallas again. Victor Rask up to Pontus Aberg. And Armia will start back. In front to Honka. Stopped by Jari, and he'll hang on. I'm good, Reese. My favorite NHL team. They won their game today, so that's always a plus. It was a tight one, but we're good. Yo, R-States, how are you, man? Thanks for stopping in. So this is the beginning of year 2 of our Seattle Sockeye expansion franchise in NHL 20. MJ, what's up, man? How are you? Our first penalty kill of the season. Alexiak will turn it over to Pavelski. Oh, and that will be another penalty. And we will go down 2 men. R-States, my favorite NHL team is the Winnipeg Jets. How about you? Do you have a favorite team? Forza. What's up, my guy? How are you? So Beauvillier, Pulock, and Krug on the 5-on-3 penalty kill. Big time in this game. Looking to kill a little clock here. Oh, a Pens fan. Okay. Fair enough. Big game tonight for them against Montreal. Turned it over, but Sagan will break back. Good stop by Jari. R-States, who do you think is the better of your guys' goalies right now? Jari or Murray? Avery? Maybe I spoke a little too soon about how this was a change from last year. Hits. Oh my. Wow. Okay. So we gotta stay out of the box here. This Dallas offense is very good. Okay, I mean, fair enough. Matt Murray. Yeah, I mean, he did look pretty good on Saturday night, so we'll see how the rest of the team plays around him tonight. Kirill Nichushkin, the first ever draft pick for the Seattle Sockeye, making his NHL debut for us. Heiskanen from the point, his shot stopped. And back comes Daniel Sprong. Garyanov to the point to Fleury. Nichushkin. No. Alright, thanks for stopping in, Reese. You had a nice stream today, and thanks for coming in. Have a good night. Victor Rask to Josh Anderson. Wrist one's in. Garyanov to the point to Fleury. A hook, no calls. Brandon Dubinsky picks up the loose puck and back the other way. And Anderson in front, no. To Pulak in his debut with the Sockeye. Unable to beat Ben Bishop. Jamie Alexiak, Stanley Cup champion with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Will spring Anderson. Alec Martinez. Yo, Breezes. What's going on, man? How are you? You had a good stream this morning. I enjoyed stopping in for a bit. Back the other way. Krug throws a big hit in open ice. And Seattle can counter. Dzingel. Good stop by Bishop. Adam Lowry circles. Behind, in front, no. Oh, nice. A little 2K action. That should be fun. Eventually, I think I'm going to move my series that I started on YouTube of college basketball on 2K over to here, and we'll start streaming that as well. But we'll run with the NHL franchise for a little bit before we move over into that one. Yes, our states. I do watch baseball. Pretty regularly. The last couple of days, now that the NHL is back, has been more so that than baseball, but I'll watch it pretty much every day. Kieran and the situation, how are you guys doing? Thanks for coming in. So second period just underway as the Stars lead 3-1. No, I am actually a Red Sox fan, as I am not even Canadian. Oh, Kieran, that's a little creepy, but I'll accept it from you. And yeah, first one on Twitch. Situation, I'm on PlayStation. It's just the one that I've been using for the last couple of years. Still trying to decide which one to go for when the new generations come out. Yes, our states. I am a Red Sox fan. Avery, thank you for the compliment, and Kieran as well. Kieran, you know I'm just joshing around with you. Here comes the Anthony line of Anthony Duclair, Anthony Beauvillier, and Anthony Cirelli. Turned over to Beauvillier, and he'll drop it to the point to Alexiak. Tees it up, no good. Oh, our states. Yeah, not a good year to be a Red Sox fan. But it is what it is. That's life. Forza, yeah, I know. You guys swept us. Don't rub it in. Duclair. Good shot. Oh, and they'll turn it over as they dump it out of the zone. Yeah, 6 home runs in his last 5 games. That is insane for Aaron Judge, to be fair. So we're getting our chances here early, in the early half of the second period, but unable to beat Ben Bishop after scoring just 53 seconds in to the game. Barry across to Torrey Krug. And he'll reverse with Barry. He'll tee one up. Stopped by Bishop. Avery, yeah. Those 2 home runs by Bogaerts cost you that win in fantasy baseball. Dumped in by Armia. And Auberg can counter, but he's hit and turns it over. But a good battle to pick it back up. And there it is. Believe Adam Lowry cuts in to the deficit, makes it a 1-goal game on a nice shot from in the slot. Avoids the stick check and blows it by Ben Bishop into that top left corner. Yes, Feeve. Go Sox. We might suck, but we have a fandom. Klingberg and Heiskanen, two of the best or better defensemen in the league. Val Nichushkin unable to break out of the zone. Dubinsky down low. Belmar stopped by Jari. And Dzingel will clear it out for an icing. Avery, it seems so that it's either Red Sox or Yankees in this chat right now, and that is interesting to see, but not too uncommon, I guess. Dumped in, and Hayden Fleury will retrieve it as he's hit by Jamie Benn. Cross in front to Daniel Sprong, but Essa Lindell able to break up the pass and will start the rush, but turned over by Jamie Benn. Sammy Blais fights through a couple of checks. Oh, another good defensive play, but Sammy Blais. Avery, who's your favorite baseball team? If I can't remember if you said it in one of Forza's streams. But 4:39 to go, and we'll go on our third penalty kill of the evening. As Dallas is 2 for 2, but Dzingel will just dump it down. Yeah, our states, that'd be nice to get Severino back. Add him to Cole and Tanaka. Okay, so you're an A's fan, Avery, correct? $35 gone on the penalty. And a tough bounce as the rebound goes right to Radek Faksa. And he makes it 4-2. The penalties have been killing us here tonight. Yeah, that line drive that Tanaka took was not good. But there we go, I believe. Yeah, Tyson Barrie, his second of the game, cuts it back to a 1-goal lead for Dallas as we close in on the final minutes here of the second period. Yeah, Avery, I've been watching some of the A's games the last week, so I enjoy their young guys. How did Dickinson get that? Okay. Oh yeah, we need. I wouldn't say we need Jeter Downs, but he's gonna be exciting once he gets up here into Boston's lineup. Garyanov stopped. Yeah, I mean, it's basically like us having A-Rod. I mean, he was almost traded to us, so not too different. But I mean, Jeter was the captain and everything for you guys. Yeah, Avery, Chapman, Olsen, Laureano in center. They have a bright future, and they got some good young pitchers. as well out in Oakland. So they are definitely a team on the rise. So after 2 periods of play, shots are 22-20 in favor of Dallas. 16-13 hits in favor of the Stars. But 3 for 3 on the power plays is the big difference, as that puts them up 5-3 entering the third period here at Key Arena in Seattle. Garyanov. Little move. No good as Klingberg will clear it to Radulov. We need a quick start here in the third to cut it back to a 1-goal lead and not allow Dallas to put it back to a 2-goal lead. Oh, nice move by Sagan. Good stop by Jari. As the Anthony line takes to the ice, Cirelli will win the draw back to Barry. Jari stays tight on that post. Yeah, Jesus Luzardo, he is everything that I've seen and read about him. He can be the real deal once he makes it. Like as like a permanent fixture in that rotation. Duclair. Fox will intercept. Cirelli will break. Chance for the breakaway. He has it. No, unable to get a good shot away. Alec Martinez to Joel Armia, and he'll dump it in. Duclair. Hayden Fleury. Unable to get anything going down low. No, as Armia picks off the pass. Ryan Pulock to Victor Rask, who lays it up to Pontus Aberg. Behind. Oh, Aberg. How did he miss that? And another penalty to Seattle, this time a charge on Sammy Blais. Yeah, honestly, this year it's the Yankees World Series to lose, honestly. The way they've been playing so far has been absolutely insane to watch. Beauvillier. Shot was deflected wide. Here's Radulov. Yeah, pretty much. You guys are the Dodgers. I just think the Dodgers are going to choke yet again in the playoffs, which is awesome to see happen all the time. Dzingel knocks up the pass, but will turn it over to Radulov. Yeah, the big markets, I mean, they get all the money, so it's easy for them. Ooh. As Cirelli rings one off the corner of the post and crossbar. Yeah, I mean, Tampa, on paper, have a very good team. Um, haven't looked all that good, to be honest, so far this season. But they are also missing Austin Meadows, so when he returns, hopefully he can be a boost to them, which would be good to see again after his breakout year last year. But finally, a good penalty kill for the Sockeye. And I spoke too soon. Okay. Not the start to the year we were looking for, especially with a 3-game homestand to start us off. Yeah, that trade by the Pirates for Chris Archer was not good at all. Yes, Avery, yikes. And the fact that Glasnow has also been pretty solid for them on the mound. Giving up even one of those pieces was probably too much for Archer. Yeah, Avery, I might just stop talking about the gameplay and focus on what you guys are saying. Armia. Oh, I didn't even touch him. But this is dreadful. So Dallas 4 for 4 on the power play. Looking to make it a 5 for 5 day. Here's Sagan. Stopped by Jari. Fired just wide. Sagan in front. Tipped. And Dallas improves to 5 for 5 on the power play. It has not been good start to the season for the Sockeye. Maddie misplays. What's going on, man? How are you? Thank you for stopping in. Three minutes to go here in the season opener. It looks like we will be picking up a loss. First time in franchise history that we lose the season opener after we started 3-1 last season. Hayden Fleury says, hold on just a second, as he rips one past Ben Bishop. There is a slimmer of hope, as there is a heartbeat still left. And Seattle will pull the goalie for the extra attacker. Dzingel fires one wide. And offside, but that will allow the top line to get out for Seattle, who have Pittsburgh and the Islanders and Rangers to finish up the opening homestand. Tyson Barrie looking for the hat trick, but he finds Duclair instead. And another penalty for Seattle. So, most of the gameplay will be simulation during the streams, but so the home opener will always be played, and then I'm thinking one other game a month. We will slow sim, so you guys can see what happens for the first 2 periods, and then we'll jump in for the 3rd period to see how we can end the game and give you guys a little more active gameplay. Awesome. Thanks for coming in our states. It was great to have you. And yeah, I'll talk to you next time I see you. So 7-4 loss, 32-30 were the shots on goal for Dallas as they take it 7-4 on opening day. So we will start simulating and see if that gives us any luck. And I think the first game that we slow sim will be at Anaheim. So we will sim up to that date and see if we have any injuries like we did last season. And an 0-4 start. And there's the first one as we beat the Flames. Nice little point streak before losing to Florida 5-2. So through the first month of the season of October, we are 4-6-1. Coming in having just beaten the Buffalo Sabres 2-1, which puts us 5th in the Pacific Division. Victor Rask, our leading scorer, 11 games in. So here we go with the slow simulation of our first game against Anaheim on the season. Yo, Spencer. What's going on, man? How are you? As we get 2 quick goals on Anaheim rookie Lukas Dostal, as Anthony Cirelli and Dennis Gurianov beat him. But Adam Henrique responds. Awesome. Glad to hear, Badger. Thank you for stopping in. That's fine. The Just Lurkin. So after 1 period of play, Seattle leads 2-1, and we will start the 2nd period. Oh, nice. Are you enjoying Last Chance U? I know Forza was having a very good conversation about it last night as Anaheim jumps out to a 3-2 lead here in the 2nd on goals by Sonny Milano and Derek Stepan. But Gurianov gets his 2nd, and Rask, just a minute later, puts Seattle back up by a goal, 4-3, and we will enter in to the 3rd period here and get some more gameplay. So Anaheim wins the opening draw of the 3rd period. As Jari will hang on. Plays it to Barry, who missed the puck. Yes, Avery, the Honda Center. Although, personally, I prefer Arrowhead Pond. But we can't all get what we want. They should bring back the old Mighty Ducks jerseys. I thought those were some of the best of all time. As one is ringed off the post. Garyanov uses his speed up the right-hand wall. In front, Nichushkin. No good. Oh, what is that? They call a charging on Hayden Fleury. Personally, not sure if I agree with that call. It didn't look like a charge to me, but it is what it is. Situation, yes. I am on PS4. Oh, nice. You have an OG Mighty Ducks jersey. Do you have a player on the back of it, Avery? Or is it just one with no name? Oh, nice. Yeah, I just enjoy PlayStation a little bit better than Xbox. Mainly for the controller. I just think the Xbox one's a little too big. Dzingel loses puck as Cam Fowler will play it to Henrique. Stepan just misses. I have, but I have in the past, but haven't so much recently as the friends I played with. We've been super like busy with like school and our online classes during like the whole COVID thing, so we're looking to get back into it. But it's fun to play just with friends. Oh, nice. Yeah. Um, I'd definitely be interested in joining in situation. Yeah. Uh, Forza do not. I would not recommend getting FIFA 21 personally. If you're gonna play like career mode and that kind of stuff. Or I mean, and just in general, I wouldn't recommend getting FIFA 21. Sammy Blais as Seattle actually kills off a penalty. Alright, yeah, sounds good. Situation. That sounds like a plan. Here's Hayden Fleury. Stopped by Dostal. Coming in on the midway point of the third period. Oh, I need to stop taking penalties. As Sammy Blais will head to the box. Up the other way. Here comes Ryan Dzingel shorthanded. In front, Alexiak. Unable to get the shot away. Lindholm to Fowler. Good stop by Jari through the screen in front. The minute 27 left on the power play. Victor Rask. Shot was blocked, and he'll play it back to Alexiak. He'll kill a little bit of time on this penalty. Here's Lindholm. Oh. Is that your FIFA 20 Pro Clubs team situation? So it's not called Pro Clubs on NHL. It's called the EA Sports Hockey League, and you can play it with or without like a goalie. They have 3-on-3s as well as 6-on-6, and you basically the same as Pro Clubs, just a different name in NHL. Jakob Silverberg. Shot was stopped, but Sam Steele beats Tristan Jarry, and we're tied at 4. Oh, nice. Yeah, Badger. This is how it's been going all stream so far in the games. Guryanov. And there it is, Daniel Sprong against his former team. It's 5-4 Seattle. Good response. His 5th of the season as he is on the top line with Sammy Blais and Denis Guryanov. A nice passing play there as the Sockeye retake the lead. Oh, a nice Paul Kariya jersey. Avery, that is a classic amongst classic jerseys right there. Turned over, but Kirill Nichushkin able to hold the line. And he'll tee one up over top of the net. Sprong. As Nichushkin pinches in. Wrists one on net, but turned away. Oh, Sammy Blais hits the post. That would have been a big dagger in the heart of the Ducks. Lucas Dostal having a pretty solid game in his rookie season for the Ducks. Guryanov turns it over. One of the top prospects in the league currently, Trevor Zegras, is a member of these Ducks. As he, I'm assuming this is his rookie season as well in game. And the trip will send the Sockeye to the power play. Stepan wins the draw, and Josh Manson will clear it down to start the penalty kill for the Ducks. Yeah, so obviously we knew Seattle was going to get the expansion team for about the last 2 years at this point now. And then obviously we found out that it was going to be the Kraken as their team name about a week and a half ago now. And so I wanted to do a Seattle expansion team and stream it, but I found it very difficult to make a decent Kraken logo. So I scrapped that and just went with the Sockeye instead, as Toledo in the ECHL uses the walleye, which is basically the same fish, just in different parts. And a tip in front makes it 6-4. Sammy Blais gets the goal. But yeah, so over on my YouTube channel is the first 2 episodes, or first 2 streams, which was the expansion draft in year one in the year one playoffs and the year two draft. So, the expansion draft went pretty well. We got Taylor Hall from Arizona. We got Jacob Markstrom out of Vancouver. Both have already been traded just to kind of help for the future. We traded Markstrom last season at the deadline for a first-round pick in last year's draft. Right, it's technically this year's draft. And with that pick, we got, I believe it was Rodion Amirov or William Wallinder. Both top first-round potential picks in this year's upcoming draft. Yeah, we took Tyson Barrie from Toronto. It's actually some very good talent as well as young guys available in the expansion draft. And then at the start of this stream, we traded Taylor Hall for a top 10 prospect in this year's draft in Lucas Raymond from the New Jersey Devils. Offside, and we will head back to the power play. Yeah, honestly, I wanted to give him a shot. I thought about trading him last year at the deadline, potentially get like the first overall pick and get Alexis Lafreniere, but we were first place in the Pacific at the time, and Chat agreed. Well, Chat agreed. One person anyways, that we should stay pat and kind of push for the playoffs. And then we compensated and said we'll trade one of Markstrom / Hall at the deadline. As we beat the Ducks 7-4, Sammy Blais picked up 4 points and Gary Yanov picked up 3. Avery, you were the one who wanted to sell everybody, but I mean, we got to keep some guys. And to get Lucas Raymond for Taylor Hall, I felt that was a pretty solid deal. So that moves us to 5-6-1 on the season. We'll go back to simming a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't say he threw away our chance to be good, but it wasn't, I don't know, it kind of depends your point of view. Obviously you want to compete, but you also, as an expansion team, you kind of want to build for the future. So it's kind of, which one do you take? Oh, nice situation. Are you a Sabres fan? That's a rough life if you are. And another 4-game losing streak, or 5-game losing streak, excuse me. Love to see that. Oh, nice. Born and raised in Buffalo. I was up there in February for the Jets Sabres game. Good time. I enjoy going to games up in Buffalo. I'm from Pennsylvania, so a decent drive, but not too far to get up to Buffalo to see some games. As we'll move into our next slow sim, and no, I'm from about 2 hours outside of Philadelphia. So we're down 2-0 early, but Krug gets one past Jordan Binnington. Yeah, and then I go to school like another hour north of there. So I think it was about a 5-hour drive from my school to get up to Buffalo for a game, which wasn't too bad. Second period, not much happening. Still 2-1. And here we go. We'll enter in to the third period. We'll wear our home jerseys this time. This is a rematch of last year's opening round playoff series between ourselves and St. Louis. We took the Blues to 7 games, but ultimately fell in that 7th game before our AHL affiliate, the Portland Pirates, picked up the Calder Cup last season. Oh, Tyson Barrie, he knows how to start games fast. Or start periods fast, I should say. That upstate New York connection there for Forza and Sitch. Situation, can I call you Sitch? Are you okay with that? Quick start in the third period by Seattle to tie it up. Oh, okay, cool. So I'll call you Stitch. That'll be a little easier to say. Across, Torrey Krug. So, Sitch, I guess you're not too fond of St. Louis winning the cup last year with Ryan O'Reilly? As our rookie defenseman Kirill Nichushkin turns it over. Yeah, I can see that viewpoint. I like that. Not too upset. Obviously, Buffalo not in the best state for an organization right now. Yeah. I mean, he spent, what, 7? I think it was 7 years in Colorado. And they made the playoffs like twice with him. And now they're one of the best teams in the league. Ooh. Avery, you're just going to slew Buffalo like that? When they got some of the best coffee and donuts with the Tim Hortons downtown, right next to the arena. Hook and a power play upcoming. Okay, see, if we're is Paula's like a chain or just like a local coffee shop? Okay, yeah. It's like if I'm talking fast food like coffee, like a Dunkin' Donuts, a Tim Hortons, Starbucks kind of place, Tim Hortons is top tier amongst those. But Avery, I mean, you're out in California, so you'll never have a Tim Hortons unless you go Canada or North East U.S. And front shot blocked. Thump down. 38 seconds to go on the Seattle power play. Here comes Beauvillier. He's got a little space, but it's cut off by Pareko. Polak fires over the net. And dumped back down by St. Louis. Here's Ryan Polak. Turns it over to Ryan O'Reilly. Actually, I am a Winnipeg fan, so a little bit out there from where I'm located and who I root for. Kind of all over the map in terms of sports. But they had a hard-fought victory today against Calgary. Honestly, I thought it was going to go to overtime and push back my stream, but they didn't, and they got the win. That's all that matters. As that puck ends up out of play. Right now, the game going on between Tampa and Washington is the first game that I have yet to turn on. I've watched at least parts of every game. It's kind of tough when the games overlap a little bit, but if you want hockey, you got to live with overlapping broadcasts. But it's great to have hockey back and be able to watch it. Same with baseball and basketball. As Seattle takes a 3-2 lead on a nice feed from Nelson to Shen. So Seattle looking to tie it up once again. And they do right off the draw. Ryan Dzingel. There it is. Three, just under 6 to go here in the third. Dzingel gets his second goal of the season, assisted by Val Nichushkin. Dumped in by Tarasenko, under 4 to go. Cross, good stop by Binnington. Beauvillier has his shot blocked. As Blais knocks it free to Aberg. Kirill Nichushkin. Good stop by Binnington. And a power play to the Sockeye with 56.8 to go. We have the Anthony power play line. One back to Josh Anderson. And he blows it by Jordan Binnington as the Sockeye take a 4-3 lead. Can we hold down the fort defensively here? Yes, that was an absolute snipe. So, Sitch, if you noticed, we have a line of 3 Anthonys of Anthony Cirelli, Anthony Duclair, and Anthony Beauvillier. In the expansion draft, we took Duclair and Cirelli, and Avery, who's in chat, suggested we make a line of all Averys, or not of all Anthony's, excuse me. So at the end, or during the off season of going into year 2, we acquired Anthony Beauvillier and put that line together and to see if they can produce well for us. And we'll put them out here to try to close out this game with 17 seconds to go. Empty net for St. Louis, 6 seconds to go. Surely they will have run out of time. And they do. And the Seattle Sockeye defeat the St. Louis Blues 4-3 at Key Arena. That is a good, dominating win. Holding the Blues to just 18 shots with 2 goals coming from the point, with Torrey Krug and Tyson Barrie both picking up 2 points each. So we will continue our simulation. Let's see. Where should we go up to? I'm just checking something real quick. Okay. Sitch, just for you, our next in-person simulation will be against the Buffalo Sabres. But real quick, we'll take a look at the draft rankings. So this draft, we're going to have a lot more EA-created guys. So Atu Ratti, projected first overall pick in 2021. He is a high elite guy. Much love, Feeve. Thank you for being here. These 4 in the middle are all EA created. Then we got Dylan Gunther, Zach Bolduc, Trevor Wong. Luke Hughes is a guy that I created, as is Owen Power. Brennan Othman's a good prospect. So another pretty good draft. You like Ulfstad? 2-way D, 6'7", 193. He's got some good measurables. Let me look at his. No weaknesses. Situation, you might be onto something. Similar PK Subban, NHL ready. You know, we don't really have any big defensive prospects. That could be a look for a trade potentially in the draft to move up to the top 3 and maybe get Ulfstad. As we move over 500, as we close out 2020. With a 4-game losing streak. And here we go for our next in-person sim. And Buffalo leading the Atlantic Division 25-13-3, Sitch. A little bit surprising, if you ask me, but they always seem to simulate well in this game. So here we go for the first period. Anthony Beauvillier, quick start, beats Linus Olmark, but Dylan Cousins responds. Yeah, I mean, it's not like you guys win in IRL all that much. Although you did beat Winnipeg when I was up there for the game. A little disappointing, if you ask me, but that's life. But 2-1 after 1. Beauvillier and Dzingel for the Sockeye, and Cousins for the Sabres. Oh yeah, Cousins. That was a very good pick for Buffalo. I'm a big fan of his. You guys have some good young pieces, but the question is, like always, will they actually develop? Unlike Sam Reinhart, although Reinhart wasn't bad this year. Yeah, the depth not the best in Buffalo, but I thought the Alex Nylander trade for Henry Yokiharu was a very good deal for you guys to get in my opinion, a very good young defenseman. I mean, you have who's your D? It's Ristolainen, Dahlin, Yokiharu, and who else? But yeah, offensively, you guys don't have much. Oh yeah, Brandon Montour. That was an awful trade. Giving up Brendan Gooley. You have Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen coming up in goal, and Jonas Johansson, who the game that I was up there for was his NHL debut, and he actually got the win, which was kind of cool to see. But yeah, offensively, you guys don't have much outside of Eichel. Hopefully, Middlestat can actually develop a little bit, because he was promising coming out of high school. I mean, you got Dominic Cahoon. He's not bad. But yeah, once you get Cousins, that'll be a good help for Eichel a little bit. You don't think Middlestat will make it back to the NHL? Yeah. I just don't think he's strong enough. Which was his big knock coming into the draft that year. I think he only did like 3 pull-ups at the combine, which is not overly impressive, to say the least. And yeah, honestly, I don't know if a change of scenery would help him, but I think the main thing is he just needs to add some muscle, especially being a little guy like he is, like 5'9" or 5'7", I forget what height he actually is, but somewhere in that ballpark. I mean, you're not wrong. Everyone does do well when they leave here. Um, do you think Buffalo is gonna trade Ristolainen anytime soon? Garyanov in front, Sprung unable to beat Olmark. Yeah, I mean, I think you need to trade him to get at least something offensively back. Yeah, his value. They should have traded him 2 years ago when his value was still rather high as a top two, as a top pairing defenseman. But the last 2 years he's definitely fallen by the wayside a little bit, especially with the emergence of Darlene. 4 minutes to go here in the third. Yeah, is Ristolainen right-handed? Can't remember which hand is his dominant hand. So if he's right-handed, that's always a plus. But yeah, he's left-handed, so a little bit of a struggle there. Yeah, honestly, you could probably get a middle pairing or not a middle forward guy back in exchange for him, but to take on his salary for a middle pairing defenseman is not the best. Final minute here in Buffalo at KeyBank Arena, or KeyBank Center, excuse me. Yeah, centers are just too valuable nowadays. You guys also have Victor Olofsson. Hopefully he can build off of his year, or at least the start of his year this year. And that Skinner contract is going to hurt you guys for some years to come as well. Oh yeah, Colin Miller you guys have on the back end as well. Final 15 seconds. Let's see if we can get all three of the Anthonys on the score sheet. No, we will not. Yeah, I mean, that being on that power play with Skinner, Eichel, Darlene definitely helped Olofsson. But he still has, I see the potential 15, 20 goals in him, which is still something compared to what you guys have right now. So now I think we go up to the deadline, see where we're at standings wise, and make a decision as a community and the chat on whether or not to sell or stand pat. Yeah, honestly, I don't think anything actually happened in the game while I was playing. A decent trade, but nothing too special. I'll just skip through that one. If there's a massive like blockbuster deal that pops up, I'll read through it for you guys. Um, that's a decent one. So Washington gets Matthias Ekholm, Callie Yarncrook, and Dan Hamhuis for two prospects in Connor McMichael and Alexander Alexiev. So you say go get Dylan Cousins. Okay. I believe that's gonna be a stretch, but I think we can pull it off. Might have to trade one of our goaltending prospects, but I am perfectly fine with that. If it gets us an extremely good forward in Dylan Cousins. Forza, you're on the make a deal train this year. Okay. That's 2 votes. Anybody out there say to just stay pat and just do what we're doing? Oh, easily. I think he could be a first line guy. Easily first line guy. I think in here, because I do my own customizations to the rosters and whatnot. I believe I've made him a high top 6 potential forward. As Colorado has traded both their goalies in Antti Ranta and Darcy Kemper. So at the trade deadline, yet again, we are first place in the Pacific Division, 1 point ahead of the LA Kings at 31, 24, and 8. Yeah, I am not sure why they are on a fire sale. They're last place in the Central, which is rough. Our leading scorer, we'll take a quick look at stats before we make a move and see if we can acquire Dylan Cousins. So the Anthonys looking very good together. So goals: Victor Rask is 25, Beauvillier 22, Duclair 21, Cirelli 21. So the Anthony line all have over 21 goals. Sprong's got 19, Gariano's got 15, and Krug has 12 from the back end, so not too shabby at all. Took Duclair about his 8th team to actually wake up, sadly. So leading scorers, we have Beauvillier and Cirelli tied with 53. Belay has 47 as our top line center. Krug 45 from the back end. Duclair with 42 and Victor Rask with 41. So we're getting some good scoring. I just want to look real quick at Kirill Nichushkin. He's got 9 points, all assists. Up to an 83 overall, so he's looking like a very good pick when we got him 6th overall. And a quick look at our goaltenders, just see how Jari's doing, as well as Malcolm Subban. So Jari, 25, 20, and 6. 2 shutouts, an 890 save percentage, and a 331 goals against average. Not the best with what you're expecting from your number 1. And Malcolm Subban, 7, 4, and 2 with a shutout. A 900 save percentage and a 3.06. Pretty standard for a backup goalie. But I think we hold pat defensively and in net and see if we can go after Dylan Cousins and potentially acquire him from Buffalo. Yeah. I don't think he has the stuff to be a starter, but he's definitely good enough to be a backup in the NHL. So yeah, as I said, Dylan Cousins, high top 6, 83 overall. He's got 44 points for Buffalo. Let's see what it would take to get him. I was gonna say trade this Varlamov guy, because we don't need him. Oh, nice. What's up, Avery? How are you, man? Welcome back. Our Anthony line is absolutely on fire. They have all 3 guys have over 21 goals on the year. So Who else can we trade? Um, I think we could Shea Avery. I like that. I think we can add in Libor Hajek. He hasn't really panned out for us. And maybe a future first round pick. Oh, the first round pick didn't get added. Okay. Maybe a future second, actually. It's impossible to play poorly when your entire line has the same name. Avery, you're not wrong. So I think that seems pretty fair. Let's see if we get ourselves Dylan Cousins. Okay. So they consider it woefully insufficient. Avery, you'd have to have a logo involving the frog logo that you have over on YouTube. Let me see if this would be enough. It might be a little bit of an overpayment, but it would be worth it. And again, too far off the table. Okay. You know what? I'm feeling gutsy today. We're making big time moves. We're making 3 trades in the stream, and there it is. Dylan Cousins is a member of the Seattle Sockeye. A bit of an overpayment, but the picks are later on, so I'm not too worried about them costing us in the future. And now that means I think we scratch Auberg. Where is he? Did they send him? Let me hold on. Did they send him to the minors? Excuse me. Or am I just absolutely missing him? Okay, no, there he is. So you'll grab him, and we will confirm him coming up. Whoa, what just happened? We made a big deal for an absolute stud prospect, Dylan Cousins. And he's actually gonna move to our top line, I think. And we will go Cousins, Blay, Guryanov. Yes, and then we got the Anthonys. Then we go Sprong, Rask, Anderson, and then Dzingel, Lowry, and Nichushkin. And defense, still looking the same. Barry, Krug, Nichushkin, Fleury, Polak, Alexiak. Forza, I like that. That might have to be a command in the future. We swim upstream here in Seattle. So I think that will be the only trade we make at the deadline. We'll get up to this. We'll play this Winnipeg game. We'll simulate and then play the third. It is a very good saying, honestly. See if we can make playoffs in our first 2 seasons as an organization. Pacific Division, definitely not the strongest out here in the NHL. We beat Buffalo yet again. This time 2-0. Okay, so 6 games left. We're 39, 29, and 8, which gives us 86 points, I believe. Yes, and that puts us 2 points ahead of Vancouver, 3 ahead of Edmonton and 4 above Vegas, I believe it was. Who's the other Dylan, Avery, that we have? Am I missing somebody? But we'll start the sim in Winnipeg, the True North, as they like to call themselves. So we have its cousins. Well, there's Tyson Barrie, as Eric Comrie is getting the start for the Jets tonight. Oh, are you saying to get Dylan Larkin to make a Dylan line? Is that what you're trying to say, Avery? Second period. Sammy Blais. Okay, yeah, I mean, again, I'm not opposed. I am a big Dylan Larkin fan, personally. I think that could be a good pickup. And here we go. Nick Ehlers gets one late as Winnipeg cuts it to a 2-1 lead. Avery, I'm looking real quick to see if I can find another Dylan off the top of my head. Alright, yo, sounds good. Sitch, thanks for stopping in, man. And yeah, I'll add you up then late once I finish up stream, and we can talk about playing some ESHL or pro clubs on FIFA, whatever you want to do. I'm down with whatever. Thanks for being super active in chat, man. Have a good stream. I'll stop in once I am done. As we pick up another goal. Ooh. Avery, I found the guy. Yes, hockey is awesome. Avery, we can go for Dylan Strome. He is on Chicago, and I believe I made him a top 6 forward potential, but he might still be an elite, so it might be a little bit difficult to acquire, but I think we can pull off trades for both Larkin and Strome and give us another line of players with the same name, as Duclair cuts through, unable to beat Comrie, excuse me. Avery, I like your thinking here with these lines of the same players of same names. As that one by Beauvillier clanks off the crossbar. Josh Anderson. No. Vesalainen to Nick Leddy. A good back check and poke by Kirill Nichushkin. Alexiak, good hit to turn it over. In front, there it is, Victor Rask. He makes it 4-1 in favor of the Sockeye. That is his 30th goal on the season. I never thought I would call Victor Rask a 30-goal scorer, honestly. As he beats Eric Comrie. Yes, Avery. Goal! 11.5 to go. Did we... Wait. Am I lost in that I thought we scored earlier? Or did that just not happen and I'm, like, making things up? Sockeye are just built differently. I like that. We swim upstream because we're built differently. Wrist one on net, Comrie. Waffle boards that away. Across to Roslovic. Oh, stopped on the goal line. I believe that was by Tyson Barrie. And Jari was able to reach back and pull it off the line. Lowry back the other way against his former team. Went into the opening. Here's Dylan Cousins. The big fish acquired at the deadline. Six and a half to go. Oh my. How did that go in? Can someone tell me? That is one of the weirdest goals I have seen in NHL 20 in a long time. Chuskin bumped off the puck. Oh, big hit. Here's Guryanov. Yeah, Avery, honestly, what a goal. I have no idea how that went in. That was odd. No chance for Jerry, honestly. From that angle and everything, like, goaltender has no chance to make that save. Kirill Nichushkin looking for his first career NHL goal. Offside, 3:48 to go. Winnipeg puts out their top line of Wheeler, Scheifele, and Laine. Even though it is an unrealistic line, if I do say so myself as a Winnipeg fan. But Wheeler will play it to Braden Coburn. Puts it down low for Laine. In front, hammered just wide, and Fleury's able to collect, but unable to clear the zone. Scheifele behind the net. Jari will play it into the corner for Rask. Josh Anderson nearly sprung free. In front, across, off the post. Final minute of regulation. Comrie should be heading to the bench here momentarily. If the Sockeye let Winnipeg into the zone. And there he goes. Scheifele in the corner. Good poke by Fleury. Jari knocks it free. Here's Nichushkin. Knocked off a stick. Ehlers in front. No. Rask doesn't get it past Pionk. And Jari will hold on with 25.5 seconds to go here at Bell MTS Place in Winnipeg. The Anthony's out there to close it up. Barry able to get it out to center where Morrissey has to retreat. 15 seconds. Yes, hold the wall, Forza. Hold it. Duclair. Oh, to Krug. 5 seconds. Ehlers one last rush. Kyle Connor. Shot stopped by Jari. And that will do it. That's the Sockeye. Hold on to take it 3-2 in Winnipeg. A pretty even matchup between two playoff-bound teams, most likely. So 5 games left. We'll simulate through the remainder of the regular season. Will we improve off of last year's record? Or will it be identical? I want to cry. Avery. I jinxed us yet again this stream. I need to stop talking about us as a team as we lose 5 straight to end the regular season and miss out on the playoffs by 1 point to the Oilers. As the Anaheim Ducks win the Pacific Division. I mean, honestly, you can't get much tighter than that in a division race, though. The Ducks with 92 points, Vancouver with 90, Edmonton had 89, we had 88, and the Kings had 86. So, we miss out on the playoffs. But let's take a look at how our AHL team did as they made the playoffs, going 62, 14, and 6 in the regular season for 120 points. Or, sorry, 130 points, excuse me. Which is absolutely crazy to see. Quick look at their stats with some of our young guys. Bunieves led the team, 78 points. I mean, hey, you got to know how to build the minors up so the NHL is going to be good for the future. Tactical brain, Avery. Tactical brain. Max Jones, 74 points. Yes, get the boo chant going in chat. Michael Dalcole put up 70. Johan Larsson, 67. The guy we got for Taylor Hall, Lucas Raymond, he put up 62 points. Peter Hilaric with 53, and Jansen Harkins with 53. And finally, Giovanni Smith with 47. Quick look at how our AHL goaltenders did. UC Saros went 44, 5-5 with 4 shutouts, a .901 save percentage, and a 2.15 goals against average. And Aiden Hill went 19, 9-1 with 2 shutouts, and 8.98 and 2.49. So, another phenomenal year by the Portland Pirates. We will sim through their playoffs, but we won't slow sim any until potential cup clinching games. We're down 2-1, and we actually lose in the first round of the playoffs to the Binghamton Devils. So a quick postseason for the Sockeye franchise, organization, I should say. And we can sim up until the draft, and we will get that and free agency out of the way before we wrap up stream as we get close to the start of season number 3, which we will be completing in our next stream. So the San Jose Barracuda win the Calder Cup, and the Florida Panthers are Stanley Cup champions. Never thought I would see the day the Florida Panthers win the Stanley Cup. So we have the 15th overall selection. A pretty straight up draft lottery, no changes whatsoever from picks 1 through 15. Which I don't think has ever happened in the draft lottery era for the NHL. Quick look at some retired players. Marian Gaborik, Ryan Kessler, David Backes, Ryan Callahan, Dominic Moore, Patrick Eves, David Clarkson, Marcel Gotch, Nate Thompson, some of the big guys, any goalies, Justin Pogge, and Thomas Poperle. So nobody too big in free agency. Just a quick look to see any of our coaches retired, and they did not either. So here we go. NHL entry draft, year after year number 2. The Calgary Flames get themselves Aatu Räty, and I think we just take our pick at 15 and live with what we get. We'll just take a look real quick. So Aatu Räty, first overall. Isaiah Donald. Wow. That is going to be a very good player for Arizona. Bjorn Hilpert. There's that Callie Ulfstad who Sitch said to potentially get. Hey, all good breezes. Just you being here at all. Appreciate that a lot. Sonnenberg, Dylan Gunther, Zach Bolduc, Trevor Wong, Luke Hughes, Offman, Sillinger, Owen Power, Wah, Leroy, and our pick here at 15. Oh, okay. Carson Lambos is a very good player, but this guy, look at that name, Chaz Lucius, created prospect that I added in. This guy, in my opinion, in my 2021 mock drafts right now, I have him as the number 2 pick. So to get him at 15 is absolutely phenomenal. Look at that. 77 overall, low franchise potential. That is potential on par with guys, namely Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby, Jack Eichel, Alex Ovechkin, like the cream of the crop. I have this guy as a potential to be a franchise-changing player. Where even though I think Räty is going to be the best player in the draft, I think Lucius is going to have himself an absolutely crazy one heck of a career. So an absolute steal for us at pick number 15. Moving to the second round. I should have checked if yeah, he's gone. Yeah, I don't think we need a goalie at all. Maybe later on in the draft. So what do we got? I think we go for either Cyrus Goddard or Marcus Nicolishin. Get some more defensive depth into our organization. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. You can pick either Marcus or Cyrus. We don't know much about him other than Marcus is more of a defensive guy, whereas Cyrus looks more like a two-way defender. I'll give you guys a minute to choose between Goddard and Nicolishin. Forza, I like what you did there with the Breezes play on words with his name. Let's just see if we have 6'3", 200 pounds. Estimated 3 years. 6'1", 191. Ooh, okay. 4 years. So I think we go with Cyrus Goddard here. Ooh, medium top 6. Okay, so both guys were medium top 6. Goddard was slightly higher overall. So we sim to our 4th round pick here. At this point, we could go by potential and see if we can find ourselves any big steals out there. This guy, Victor Bobrovsky. I think we take a shot on him. He's not too far out of where he's projected. A low bottom 6 forward, not ideal pick there. So we go to the 5th round. Igor Tarasov, Goudreau. Let me look at goalies. Yeah, nobody there. You know what? Let's go with Ted Yzerman. Medium 7th defenseman. We'll take a shot on this Burka guy. Low bottom 6 as well. So this draft is very top heavy. Yo, Orbit, my man, what's going on? We're in the year 2 or end of year 2 entry draft. We're gonna take this Tarasov guy, or Tarasov. Medium starter in the end of the 6th round. Very good pick. How are you, man? Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, doing good. Awesome. Glad to hear that. Probably got another 20 minutes till we wrap this up. Just gonna go through re-signings and free agency. I'm doing good. Been a very active chat on our first stream in here, so blessed to have that happen. Blessed to have everybody in here at all. which has been great. So, our year 2 simulation, we choked down the stretch with a 5-game losing streak to end the regular season, leaving us 1 point out of the playoffs. So, a phenomenal draft. Consistently, pretty consistently. I don't have a specific stream schedule as of yet, but probably like every 2 or 3 days we'll do a full season of this, and then once I get up to my dorm room at college, we'll probably look to do a actual schedule set up. Let's see if we can get our coaches re-signed. So for affiliate, there's certain criteria you have to achieve. It's, I think, at the top of my head, it's 50 followers. Yeah, over a 30-day span, it's 50 followers. I believe it's 8 total hours of streaming. Average 3 viewers, and then stream 7 different days in the month is what I believe it is off the top of my head. And we'll just quickly re-sign all of our scouts. Yeah. So it's not too hard to reach affiliate. Couple more to sign here, or just offer their contracts, and then we'll get into our re-signings and move into free agency. Orbit, we caught the dub, and it was one of the most nerve-wracking games I have watched in a long time down the stretch. But I'm glad we got the win, especially without Line and Scheifele. It was an interesting time, to say the least. Okay, so here's the big guy we got. Chaz Lucius, low franchise potential. 77 overall already. He's getting himself a contract. These two guys we're going to release because I don't need AHL potential dudes. Yeah, that was overall it was a good all-around game though last night, between Minnesota and Vancouver. I enjoyed watching it. We'll re-sign Bu Nieves. Keep him in the minors because I know Avery's a big fan of him. Ilya Labushkin, good AHL and depth defenseman. Same thing with Johan Larsson. Scuderi. We'll release Melker Carlson. We'll sign Cole Stewart. Libor Sulak just for some AHL depth defensively. Jesper Fast. Okay. See, that's where a team like the Jets, that's where you needed the expanded playoffs, because technically, based off of points, they were in the playoffs at the time of the league shutting down. Whereas Calgary would have been out based off of point percentage, would have been in based on points percentage. So it's like, for teams like that, literally separated by 1/100th of a percentage point. You have to, like, take that with a grain of salt on, like, who would have made it in over the other one kind of thing. Sam Moran, I'm just going to qualify you because you're going to be annoying trying to re-sign. Same with you, Maximilian. As is Johans. Because, I mean, there was still, what, like 12 games left in the season, so it's kind of hard to say definitively which of, like, realistically the 3 teams that were competing for that last spot of, like, Arizona, Winnipeg, and Calgary, to say which one was actually going to get the playoff spot. Avery, for you, we'll keep Anthony Lewis. Oh no, I don't want to give him that. Give him $1 million for 4 years to Max Jones. Especially because all it takes is one team to go on a 4-game win streak, and all of a sudden they're solidly in the playoffs, and then the other 2 teams are out. But you can't just assume that that's going to happen, or calculate based off the way they played that this team was going to get in over that team, kind of thing. You should accept that. And we got 2, 3, 4 guys left to re-sign. Skater-wise, Michael Dalcole, fine with that. Anthony Cirelli, you want some big boy money? Look at him, 4.3. And Sammy Blais also gonna want. Oh, he wants big money. 5.4 for 5 years. I think it's fair. Real quick, goalies. We'll just sign this guy. He'll be some AHL depth for us. And there we go. We'll advance and see who re-signs and who doesn't. So we got our head coach back. So we got our assistant coach and our goalie coach. I don't think they will, personally. I just feel like they're one of those teams that isn't set out for that kind of, like, grind, personally. Okay, so Harkins doesn't want a 2-way. Larson wants free agency. But yeah, I just think, especially after their performance last year, it shows how they can be beaten rather easily in a playoff series. Yeah. Some couple of guys want to test free agency, which I'm probably not all that opposed to. Jansen, all he said was he didn't want a 2-way contract for 3 years. I'm fine with that. So there's that. Yanni Tamala. Oh no, he didn't want to re-sign. So we'll just offer him, and then, so we'll just release Libor. You know what? Labushkin, I like you, but you're gonna get released. And then, that'll give us space for, Jesper Fast. And Dan Scuderi. So just all of our scouts accepting. Harkins, why are you being that guy? Well, you're getting... I'll qualify Tamala. Or you just want 1 year? Fine, I'll give you your 1 year contract, Jansen. There we go. So, okay, so we have all of our team free agents signed, and we will head into the free agency screen. Hey, Orbit, I really appreciate you stopping in, man. Yeah, go get some dinner, and you as well have a great rest of your night. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. There are some absolute studs on the free agency market right now. Let's look at goalies real quick. Nobody overly exciting there. You know what, Buffalo, you didn't want to re-sign him? Give him, he'll come back to us. And we'll offer VTech. And then Seth Jones, I think. And maybe trade for maybe trade for the rights to Mason Appleton as well. Wait, who was that? No. Seth Jones. $10 million for 6 years for Seth Jones. Real quick, I just need to open up 2 roster slots, I believe. So we will trade him and a goalie. We will trade this guy. Send him to Tampa just for a draft, like a 6th round pick, I think. Or a 5th. They accept that easily. Fine by me. And we'll just simulate or advance a couple of days, see if we get these guys. Real quick, let me just clear that. There we go. One more section, just so I don't constantly get flooded with teams offering me trades while we're trying to simulate through the off season, which can happen quite frequently in this game. Hey, Chef Avery, still out there cooking his ramen. What a guy. Did not mean to do that. Here we go. Another day or two. So, the goaltender we traded to get Dylan Cousins wasn't signed by Buffalo, and now we signed him as a free agent. So I think that Dylan Cousins trade turns out to be an absolute win, and we get ourselves Vitek Vanacek as well. And now, the moment of truth, do we get the big fish? We do not get Seth Jones. Okay. What other big guys are still out there? Sort by overall, maybe. Anybody really interesting to me? Not really. Other than Patrice Bergeron, I'll give you 1 year at 8.2 million. He can be our top line center, help our young kids grow. Hopefully he accepts that. And Patrice Bergeron is coming to the Seattle Sockeye. So we will sim. Yanni Tamela accepts. So we'll sim to next season. Set up our lines, captains, and all that. And we will end the stream there. So Johannes Johannesson accepted. Maximilian Kammerer. And does Sam Moran? Not yet. Moran is taking his sweet time. They offered $770,000. I will match that, so we keep Sam Moran. So here we go. We'll go edit lines so we can do roster moves real quick, just so we can get all of our, we can get who we want in the NHL up here. So yeah, Bergeron has already dropped to an 87, which means he'll probably drop even more as the season goes. That's why I only wanted to give him a 1 year deal. So I feel like this could be a very strong season for us. We have these 3 guys in the minors. Okay. So Harkins and Raymond, I would like to call them up if I could. So I think we send down Faust and Aberg and Alexiak, and then call up Harkins, Raymond, and Wild. Okay, so now we will edit our lines. So Avery, we'll make our second line the Anthonys again. I like that. We will go Max Jones, Patrice Bergeron, Dylan Cousins. Put the Anthonys on the second line. We will get Harkins in the lineup as our fourth line center. Oh, I might look to trade Rask and Anderson. So we can put Dzingel. Yeah, we just signed him in free agency, Avery. He was, I mean, he's declining. Boston didn't offer him, so I was like, might as well. Worth a shot. So we signed him to a 1 year, $8.2 million contract just to help be that veteran presence for us. Okay, so he's not there. What about Gariano? No. Okay, so we're fine with that. And then defensively, we'll get Bode Wild stressed. So we will go there we go. So it'll be Barry and Krug on our top pairing, Hayden Fleury, Kirill Nichushkin, and then Ryan Pulock and Bode Wild on our bottom pairing. And in goal, Tristan Jarry, who was actually dropped in an overall. And actually, we're going to call up Vitek Vanacek as well. So we'll do that. I'd rather have him there, him there. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much Forza, you're aging. We'll pay you, but we don't want to pay you. Here you go. We'll put Auberg in there. So, our AHL team is absolutely stacked again. And then we'll put Alexiak there. We'll do that. They're all left-handed, aren't they? We have 5 left-handed defensemen in the AHL. 3-on-3. So Moran. We'll do that. Lucius Stelcole, Nieves, Nichushkin, and you will be. Where is he? No, we already have Lucius in, and Giovanni. Okay, and then real quickly, we'll just call up. Actually, Vitek Vanacek. We'll select him. And we'll send down Malcolm Subban. Quickly edit the goaltenders. And actually, I think we're going to make Vanacek our starting goaltender. The Czech young guy. And then we'll go Saros and Malcolm Subban. A little throwback action to their first season together in Portland. And now we'll set our captains. So we'll go. Ooh, what's DeGrom up to right now? Forza, if you don't mind me asking. So we'll go Krug. I'm gonna strip Barry of his alternate, and we're gonna give it to. We'll give it to Beauvillier. So Krug will be our captain for year 3. And then Beauvillier and Bergeron will be our alternate captains. Yeah, honestly, DeGrom is basically the only reason to watch the Mets. And then we'll quickly sim to the regular season, and we'll close up shop there. So there we go. We'll start the year on the road at Dallas this year before we head home to face the Ottawa Senators. Alright, guys. That's going to do it. I'm going to end it here. Thank you, everybody who stopped in for the first stream on Twitch. I think we maxed out at 14 or 15 viewers at one point, which was absolutely awesome to see. If you're new, you liked what you saw, hit the follow button. That'd be greatly appreciated. And thank you once again. And I will see you all next time. Peace.